Hello, this is Nick Lightbody at Deskspace. We've shown you how to get started with Deskspace CMS v3, having downloaded it from our website or wherever you can get it from. And I'm now going to give you a review of the user interface so you can find your way around it and see how to use it. It's a consistent interface, obviously, and the main components are as follows. Top left is a button which will open the Deskspace.com help site. The help is currently being updated for v3 because the interface has changed a great deal from v2, and that's where you can get help. At the top here, it'll give the name of the page, the part of the interface you're on. This is on site. Here you're on page, in fact page 1. Okay. The buttons on the left go between the home page, which is the site management screen if you like, and the page for a particular page that you've selected. So if we select that page, for example, we then get this previewed here. At the top of the screen are buttons that take you to sub screens or to external resources in the app, and the bottom of the window will give you buttons that do certain functions. Here is the features level selector. It starts by default on very simple, so it gives you a small number of buttons. If you change it to normal, you get more. If you change it to advanced, you get even more. So the functionality of the app is changed by the user, their selection. They can decide where to set that. And if you're looking for something and can't find it, well, you probably have to move your feature level up a level to get access to that particular button or feature that you're looking for. Let's go back to very simple though, because this is all we need at the moment. So the first additional button at the top here is the web hosting settings button, and here you can put in your own website details, or you can choose to publish automatically on the Deskspace cloud. So the Deskspace cloud is a service that we provide, and for new users it's free, and for users who have small sites it costs very little. The amount we charge is based on the number of pages in the site, and here's the basic offer on the screen here. But you can of course choose to host it on whatever server you have set up for web hosting. Here you can set the local storage folder somewhere from the desktop of your machine, which is where the app will put archived files when you tell it to archive the site, so you can move the contents and settings etc. of a site from one version of the app to another. This button here, the shopping trolley, will just open the Deskspace web store, and lastly this button gives you access to the licensing. On the right is the terms of the license in case you want to refer to them. Here you can install the license we send you. You just clear that field and paste in here the contents of the email that we send you after you've requested a license. How do you request a license? Well, it's here. You need to put in your name and your email address, your country, the type of license you want, whichever one it is. Ask for it, please. Say we want a freebie license. It does need to have the domain here, and the domain is set here. So currently there's no domain set in this. If I change it to publishing on Deskspace Cloud, then you'll see that this has now got a domain here, which means that this will function to request a license. It's quite easy. If you try and request a license and haven't put in the right information, it'll ask you to do it anyway. Click that button, that'll then send the license request to us. The licensing server will send you an email back when we check the details, and that will provide you with the code to put in here. So that's that part finished. Let's now look at the page. I'm sorry, actually first we should just look at the bottom of the screen. The three buttons here. Build the site will go through the site and build it, but it won't publish it to the web server. Publish the site will go through the site and build it and then publish it. And that means that the page we were looking at just now has now been uploaded to the web server. There's the live page. Here's the preview. They look obviously exactly the same. But if I click on this button, I can then open the live page in my web browser, and hence I can check what it really looks like in whichever is my default web browser. And the last button at the bottom here, other than the Tools button, is to set the default theme. And this sets the default theme to the same default theme throughout the site. So it changes the default theme on every page of the site to the default theme on the current page you're on. Down the bottom here we've got a tool button. You can rebuild all pages here, which is the same as build the site. You can build and export it without doing anything more. You can zoom the site like that. You can open the color picker and you can archive the site or import an archive. There's quite a few options there. When you change this, you'll get more options there. Okay, so you get the design interface, for example, which is for people who have worked out how to use the app, want to see things in one screen, then the design interface is there. But we recommend that until you've got used to the basic functionality, probably better off leaving the more advanced stuff a little bit. Let's change this back to the very simple approach. Let's go and look at color. Now what color enables us to do is to select colors from any sort of web resource, and let's say for example we want to change the H3 style to something different. If we take a look here at our page and look at the content, let's put in some content here. I'm going to say this is H3. We can also add content, of course, here and say hello world. Add that to the end of the page, and here that is. So you can see you can put in content straight by merely typing it in here, or you can add it using the add content function. Okay, that's enough to get you started. We'll do more videos on more subjects later. Thanks for listening.